Ready, start. Held. An action can be brought against a person if only such person satisfies the definition of land grabber under section 2 in bracket E of the act, namely for committing an act of land grabbing as per section 2 in bracket E of the act. Next para. An action, suit, proceeding brought about by any person seeking to protect her interest would establish that he or she does not come within the four corners of the act. At the most, the defense that can be taken up by the authorities, if they have been arrayed as defendants in that proceeding, is to contend that the land belongs to them and the plaintiff has committed an act of land grabbing, and therefore the plaintiff is not entitled for any protection or relief in the said proceedings. Next para. For an action to be initiated under the Act, there has to be a positive action by the authorities concerned. In that, there has to be positive proceedings which are initiated against a land grabber for an action of land grabbing. It is only those proceedings which are pending before any authority or court which are required to be transferred to the special court. Next para. Further held. Next para. A. In the event of cases where the plaintiff has filed a suit against the governmental authorities to protect its right over property, either by way of injunction, declaration, or otherwise, and in that suit governmental authorities who are arrayed as defendants take up the contention that the land in question is a government land, and or that plaintiff had indulged in land grabbing, thereby satisfying the requirements of definition of land grabber, the court or authority before whom such proceeding is pending is. Next para. Required to record a reasoned finding as to whether the act is attracted to that fact situation after having arrived at a conclusion that land is government land. Next para. Arrive at a conclusion that act applies to the land in terms of section 1 in bracket 2 of the act, that is land as defined under section 2 in bracket D of the act. Next para. Plaintiff has committed an act of grabbing the land in term and section 2 in bracket B without lawful entitlement, with a view to illegally take possession of such land or enter into or create illegal tenancies or lease and licenses, agreements, construct unauthorized structures thereon for sale or hire, or give such land to any person for rent or lease or license basis for construction